Rosenberg Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership. Headquartered in Winter, they now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest edition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live.
DB's Bait and Tackle has expanded to be the largest dealer in South Central South Dakota. DB's is stocked with tons of tackler for your angler adventures and live bait. So whether it's bass, walleye, northern catfish, or whatever you want to catch, stop in and you'll agree DB's Bait and Tackle at 142 West 4th Street in Winter is your store with more. DB's Bait and Tackle, proud to sponsor all the Winter Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Good luck in tonight's contest.
The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior teams as a proud sponsor of all the action on Winter Warriors Live. We invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs, fresh produce, top grade meat department, incredible dairy section, and much, much more. Or for your special event orders, you'll always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. And they always deliver speedy, friendly service at the Winter Food Center, the store doing the most for you.
The American dream is of a better future, a confident retirement. Those dreams have taken a beating lately. As a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, Layden and Associates is dedicated to helping you keep your dreams alive by listening, planning, working with you one-on-one so you can retire your way with confidence. Call today at 842-3832. Office is located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter. Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. Ameriprise Financial cannot guarantee future financial results.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever, so help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Farmers Union Insurance, they do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in Winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, to remodel, or new addition, to major construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, and electrical work in Winter. We can handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer of Crane heaters, too. Good luck in tonight's contest. H&O Electric is a proud sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior coverage on Winter Warriors Live.
Regional Healthcare is proud to sponsor coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletics and activities on Winter Warriors Live. Best of luck in tonight's event. Here at Winter Regional Healthcare, we are committed to professional care with a personal touch at our local hospital and long-term care facility. For more information on the services we provide, check out our website at winterregional.org. Winter Regional, proud to support the student athletes and activities. Honored to serve the families of South Central South Dakota. Remember, professional care with a personal touch at Winter Regional Healthcare. Healthcare.
The Winter Bowling Center is a proud sponsor of all the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior action on Winter Warriors Live. For great family action, check out the Winter Bowling Center. We've got a great game room with pool, darts, foosball, pinball, and more. And we've got the best snack bar featuring delicious Mexican dishes, burgers, and of course, Stone Willie pizzas. Call in your order to 842-2287 for free delivery. We've also got an expanded casino room and can host all types of parties and events. The Winter Bowling Center, East Highway 44 in Winter.
The Pix Theater in downtown Winter is proud to be a sponsor of today's coverage on WinterWarriorsLive.com. We encourage all to attend today's game and cheer on the boys and girls of Tripp County in their pursuits of victory. And remember, if you have a break in your sports calendar, stop down for a movie and some great family fun and entertainment. Showtimes are Sunday through Thursday at 7:30 with double features on Friday and Saturday at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. And remember, good luck in today's game.
Rosenberg Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership. Headquartered in Winter, they now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest addition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live.
Suffering from neck pain, chronic or acute back pain, or headaches? Tired of temporary relief from your current regimen of treatment? Here at Atlas Chiropractic, it's a different approach. Dr. Willowade of Atlas Chiropractic in Winter uses a unique technique that is gentle, precise, and effective. Are you ready for change? Call Atlas Chiropractic today at 842-1588 to set up your initial examination, or stop into 210 South Main Street, Suite number 4, and begin your path to permanent correction. Atlas Chiropractic is a proud fan of the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletic teams and the coverage of their successes on Winter Warriors Live.
There's a lot of uncertainties in farming and ranching today, but one thing is certain. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain and Winter are your crop and livestock insurance specialists. Statewide's agents have a background in agriculture and work hard to provide growers and ranchers with risk management plans and insurance coverage that fits their business needs. From hail insurance, livestock revenue protection, to multi-peril crop.
Welcomes all fans and travelers to Winter. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Little Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winter. Little Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Little Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Frontier Motors is a committed sponsor of the student-athlete activities in our area and are proud to bring you coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Frontier Motors in Winter is a full-service dealer for Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. They also maintain one of the area's largest inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles. With over 300 in stock, the best selection at the best price is at Frontier Motors in Winter. Frontier Motors on West Highway 18 or shop online at frontiermotors.com.
Mel's Auto is a dedicated sponsor of all the action of Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. If you want your automotive in-road ready conditions, bring it to Mel's Auto on 210 Polk Street in Winter. They have 3 full-time experienced mechanics on hand who get your vehicle back on the road fast. All types of repairs from oil changes to major overhauls and everything in between at the most competitive prices. They even pick up and deliver too. So when you need quality repairs of any type, be confident in Mel's Automotive in Winter. Call 842-2643 for an appointment. Rosenberg Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership. Headquartered in Winter, they now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest addition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live.
Well, welcome everybody to Leahy Bowl tonight. We've got an amateur baseball action coming our way here shortly. We have Winter Colome versus Burke Gregory coming up here. Game will be starting here shortly in a couple of minutes. Should we go through the lineups here, Jody?
Sure. Let's go through them offensively and defensively.
Well, we'll go through the visiting squad. Burke, Gregory, since they're out on the field right now. Their batting order will look like this tonight. They're leading off and playing center field is Jason Frosch. Batting second, playing second base is Chisholm Lamley. Batting third, playing shortstop, they have Ty Klein. Batting cleanup and playing third base is Brian Duran. Batting fifth, playing first is Willie Beckers. Batting sixth and doing the catching will be Blake Hoffman. Batting seventh, playing left field is Hans Walliser. Batting eighth and doing the pitching on the mound tonight will be Christian Schweigert. And playing right field, batting ninth, Jordan Bakke. Defensively, Winter Colome's going to look like this. On the mound, pitching will be Jonathan Hansen. Behind the plate, catching Austin Ritchie. Playing first is Ryan Ritchie. Playing second is Eric Pollard. Playing third tonight will be Terrell Bald. Playing shortstop is Derek the Goose Gracer. Playing left field is J.J. Farner. Playing center field is Austin Calhoun. And in right field will be Kevin Gracer, coming out of retirement once again to fill the void in right field.
That's where I played my last 2 years as amateurs. They wanted me in that batting lineup, they thought. We're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back in a minute and a half.
Well, again, want to welcome everybody to Leahy Bowl. We got some amateur action coming your way with Burke Gregory, or is it Gregory Burke or Burke Gregory?
Burke Gregory, Gregory Burke, or Gregory? I think it's Gregory. It is Burke Gregory.
Oh, we have Burke Gregory playing our Winter Colome squad. Of course, Winter Colome last year had a very successful season. And once again, coming in pretty successful again this year as well. First pitch of the game is grounded over to third base, and it's fielded by Terrell Bald. He throws over to Ryan Ritchie, and we have one out already. The batter there was Jason Frosch. That'll bring to the plate the second baseman, Chisholm Lamley.
This is going to be kind of entertaining. I get to have a lot of conversations with Coach Hansen after junior teener games. Seems like a very intelligent coach, and now I get to see him put proof in the pudding as he's here on the mound.
Yeah, we'll have to do our best up here to be the Monday morning quarterback thing and critique him on the mound.
And I know he's an avid viewer of the playback, so he's going to watch this so we can have some fun with him over the course of the game.
That's in there for a called strike. Well, so far he's dialing pretty good. Thrown 3 pitches, Jody, all for strikes.
And one out.
And one out already in the ball game. That'll miss up high for ball 1. You know, all the times we've talked to him and met him, I did not realize he was a southpaw.
Yeah. I got to see him in my first amateur game I did, and I believe it was it wasn't the Pier game. He missed that. He's going to record a strikeout here, so 5 pitches, 2 outs.
That's what you call a very efficient inning. Well, the batter will now be the shortstop for Burke Gregory, Ty Klein.
It was the game prior to the Pier matchup. I got to see Coach Hansen come in and throw a little, and it might have been against this Burke Gregory squad late in the game. Looked very good. I was impressed with him then, and I am now. He needs to have his boys watch this a little bit. They understand that he knows what he's talking about.
Hey, you know, that's a good point with the teener squad that Coach Hansen coaches. Some of the things we see on the field with those boys, they're things you learn just by simply watching the game.
He does know the game, and you're right. If they'd take some time to invest some video time, they would learn even a little more about the game.
Especially if they listen to the wisdom of the announcers up here.
Absolutely.
Right,
These broadcasts are so much more precise and more intelligent when you're on. When I'm alone, it's pretty barren. We jinxed him.
We're obviously running out of items to talk about already, Jody. Well, Klein will draw the 2-out walk, move down to first, and that'll bring third baseman Brian Duran to the plate. Thrower's not in time. Got a gorgeous sunny evening here again at Leahy Bowl.
Sunny and warm.
Yeah, very warm. Feels like summer finally.
Yeah, it does.
That'll miss up high for ball 1.
It is 84 degrees out.
That'll catch the corner and even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Good looking pitch there, Jody. Looks like he's hitting his spots fairly well. That'll miss up high for ball 2.
A little bit of a break on that. Looked like it might have been a fast curve out of him. He's got a wicked curve.
I haven't seen a curveball out of him yet. That'll be fouled back into the screen and even a count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I know you watch a lot of Major League Baseball and right-hander versus left-handed pitchers. Where are most of those hits going to be scattered to? Right field?
Anymore in the major leagues, it's not like it used to be where, batters were trained to hit all over. They're such specialty hitters
Ooh,
anymore.
that Hansen's going to take a shot.
Oh, no, he may be hurt.
That's off the knee.
Oh, you just hate to see that, Jody.
Boy, he tried. Doesn't that look very familiar to Carter Brickman last year in the district?
Yes, it does. That's a scary sight. It's sometimes very dangerous on that mound. Let's just hope Jonathan Hansen's okay and can get up here.
And what's interesting here tonight, Winter Colome only suits up 9 players.
Yeah, there is
nobody.
No depth left inside the dugout.
He might have got his glove up to protect himself a little bit, but it ricocheted sharply to the left. Our left, his right. And I swore it was his right leg right around the right knee where the ball connected.
Yeah, he went down immediately. You could see he was in considerable pain right away. That
see,
is
it
a
did
great
ricochet.
sign.
It's that right leg. I saw it ricochet and come across. It caught him. It looked like right below the knee.
But he looks to be moving around pretty good. That's a great sign.
One thing about Coach Hansen, he's always smiling.
Yes, he is.
Always smiling.
He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
He's smiling again. Scary, though. Very, very scary.
Very scary sight, yes. And, being on that pitcher mound sometimes a dangerous place. Those balls are coming in anywhere between, depending on who's throwing, anywhere between 70 and 100 miles per hour probably.
And Hansen's got good velocity. He's mid-70s, right around there. And that ball's coming back. That was their, 3-hitter? Obviously.
That was their cleanup hitter, Brian Duran. That hit that.
That's right. So cleanup hitters are typically your power hitters. They swing a big bat. That was just a recipe for disaster.
Well, and when you talk the speed of the ball, it's not only the speed of the pitch being thrown, it's the speed of the rebound off of the bat. That's why I say that speed coming off the bat there could be approaching easily in the neighborhood of 80 to 100 mile per hour, that close from the batter's box.
And one thing to point out, the amateurs are using wood.
Probably a good thing when you think about it right now, that we do play with wood bats, because and I mean that's a great rule change there, I think, Jody, at this level, because when you're talking about grown men playing and the way the technology was changing with aluminum bats, those were getting to a point where
they were lethal weapons.
They were lethal weapons.
Yeah. Coach Hansen dialed back into the strike zone.
Well, great to see. Jonathan Hansen is able to stay in the game. Going to continue playing. So as we resume, we got runners on first and second now. We have 2 outs, and Willie Beckers, the first baseman for Burke Gregory, is about to step in and bat. Well, doesn't look like it slowed Mr. Hansen down one bit, because he comes out dialing a strike right away, first pitch.
Runners are going to advance. Austin Ritchie, the catcher, can't locate the ball until everybody has successfully reached.
Yeah, very valid point was just made by Troy Lance up here, Jody. If one of us were to take that, we would be laid up from work for a long time. I remember just a few years ago, I got beamed in the elbow, and it hurt so bad I ended up missing a day because my elbow swelled up and I couldn't do anything. That's in there for a called strike. There was a breaking ball there.
Yep.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now on Beckers.
His breaking ball is one that's going to start up, come down, and back at you. There's not going to be a lot of left to right movement. It's going to be up, down, and across.
Pitch was fouled off, so the counter remained the same at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
One thing interesting, John Hansen, his pace is always just, there's no wasting time.
I like that. Your defense likes that too when you have
Yeah.
a pitcher who works fast, because the defense can get lulled to sleep with a pitcher that works real slow. That'll miss inside, and that'll even account at 2 balls, 2 strikes. That'll be fouled back. Count will remain even at 2-2.
Willie Becker's probably in his late 30s, mid-30s.
Yeah, he's been playing with Gregory for quite a while now.
I think he was coming into the ranks here 7, 8 years ago, yeah. Maybe even more than that. Been playing a good decade.
And you know, it's wonderful to live in a state, Jody, where we have amateur baseball, where, you know, things don't just end at Legion. That's in there for called strike 3. Outstanding pitch, and Becker will be retired, and that'll end the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the first. Score knotted at 0. Winner will be sending up J.J. Farner, Austin Calhoun, and Derek Gracer when we return.
DB's Bait and Tackle has expanded to be the largest dealer in South Central South Dakota. DB's is stocked with tons of tackler for your angler adventures and live bait. So whether it's bass, walleye, northern catfish, or whatever you want to catch, stop in and you'll agree DB's Bait and Tackle at 142 West 4th Street in Winter is your store with more. DB's Bait and Tackle, proud to sponsor all the Winter Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Good luck in tonight's contest.
The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior teams as a proud sponsor of all the action on Winter Warriors Live. We invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs, fresh produce, top grade meat department, incredible section, and much, much more. Or for your special event orders, you'll always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. And they always deliver speedy, friendly service at the Winter Food Center, the store doing the most for you.
The American dream is of a better future, a confident retirement. Those dreams have taken a beating lately. As a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, Layden and Associates is dedicated to helping you keep your dreams alive by listening, planning, working with you one-on-one so you can retire your way with confidence. Call today at 842-3832. Office is located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter. Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. Ameriprise Financial cannot guarantee future financial results.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. We're about to start the bottom half of the first inning. Winner of Colome will be sending to the plate its left fielder tonight, J.J. Farner. On the mound doing the pitching for Burke Gregory is Christian Schweigert. Blake Hoffman's behind the plate catching to complete the battery. Well, if you're just joining us, we had a scary moment in the top of the first as Winter Colome pitcher Jonathan Hansen took a line drive off of what looked to be his knee area, shin area, but fortunately was able to recover and keep pitching. Recorded a strikeout to end the inning, so very glad to see that wasn't a lot worse than what it originally appeared it could be. Well, J.J. Farner is in the box, so we're about ready to start the bottom of the first, and here will be first pitch. It's going to miss inside for ball 1. It's in there for a called strike. What I was saying when the top half of the inning was about ending there, Jody, it's awesome to live in a state where we have amateur baseball, where, guys who love the game can continue playing the game. You don't have to be done just because you're out of high school.
Nor out of shape.
Nor out of shape, yeah. If you watch enough amateur baseball, you'll see not everybody out there is in tremendous shape. Just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. But on the same token, like in last year's amateur baseball tournament, on Winter Colome had that tremendous run, just losing at the end, took second. Those were just some fun, exciting baseball games. So amateur baseball can be very exciting.
It was really disappointing as they were making that run. We were just getting our equipment in. We hadn't had any opportunity to do any true webcast prior to the tournament, or else that would have been incredible. It would have been
awesome to been able to broadcast that. Count a move full on Farner. Allen's down in the dirt and going to get away from the catcher. Fauner's going to round first. He's thinking about it, but he will hold there. So he'll start off the inning with a leadoff walk, and that'll bring to the plate center fielder Austin Calhoun. Well, Winter Colome now looking to capitalize on the leadoff walk. The percentages are in their favor. Usually those leadoff walks spell doom for your defense, so looking to capitalize and turn that into a run.
Look how the outfield is playing AC here. Center field almost straight away, but he's only 15 feet in front of the warning track. Right field playing him rather shallow.
Yeah, they're leaving a tremendous gap in left center field right now. Really playing him to pull the ball. Well, the count moves to no balls, 2 strikes.
As a former outfielder, when we used to do this rotation, normally the off outfielder, which would be left field in this case, would stay back on the line between the third baseman and shortstop, but you would move up because normally those hits that direction don't have the power. They're going to be those curveballs. You're going to cut off that alley. So I'm surprised that the left fielder is playing him so deep here. Not really surprised with how AC is hitting, how they're playing him in center and right field.
Well, that'll miss outside and going to get away from the catcher, allowing Farner to move down to second. So we'll now have a runner in scoring position. The count will move to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He just wanted some webcast time with his arms in the air.
Umpires tonight are Rusty Heenan and Brad Schramm. Well, some pitch was cut on and missed, so Calhoun will be retired for out number 1. That'll bring to the plate Winter Colome shortstop, Derek Gracer.
You know what? I've never heard of a vacuum cleaner with that brand. I've never heard of the Goose vacuum cleaner. I said that the other night, and he got an error. I should have knocked on wood as I said it.
The nickname Goose for him, I couldn't even tell you how long he's had that. I remember, I believe, it's called Rookies right now, but it used to be
Pee-wees.
Pee-wees and Wee-wees. I believe they were calling him Goose in Wee-wee baseball way back in the day.
Wee-wees, huh?
Playing down in Colome, South Dakota.
Isn't Wee-wees T-ball?
No. Wee-wees would be the coach pitch. That's driven out in the right center field.
He's going to make a nice catch.
Nice catch made out there by Jordan Bakke. Productive out, though, as Gracer will pick up an RBI, driving in Farner to score the first run of the game. So Winter Colome now takes an early 1-0 lead. And with 2 outs now, our batter will be our catcher, Austin Ritchie. Oh, my.
No, man.
I have to apologize. That was a tongue twist.
The old radio broadcaster for Mobridge There was an audio clip of him making its rounds on Twitter. He's on the air, and you can tell this gentleman's in his probably 60s or 70s broadcasting the game. All of a sudden, in the middle of the game, he stops and starts cussing and all kinds of things, and you never hear what happens. And then afterwards, you find out he'd spilt his coffee while he was lying on the air, right into his lap. He let her rip.
That pitch is outside, so the count on Richie moves to 2 balls and no strikes. The best one I've ever heard, and I can't talk about it on the air, but I'll tell it to you in between innings, occurred on ESPN.
Nice.
Count will move to 3 balls and no strikes on Richie. Ryan Ritchie and Terrell Bald are the next 2 hitters in line.
I wonder if Troy's going to adopt that as a new nickname. Ooh.
Austin's going to move down to first with the walk. And that'll bring to the plate our first baseman, Ryan Ritchie.
Otherwise known as Rock.
Otherwise known as Rock, yes.
And I believe Rock's got an older brother, doesn't he?
Yeah. And I could not tell you his name, Jody.
He was a heck of a pitcher.
He was incredibly good, yes.
Pitched at Wichita State, I believe, back right when they were starting to make their annual entrance into the College World Series. Pitched for us in amateurs one season. Could not believe the velocity on his fastball. I don't know. I didn't see. Vanderbilt won this year? They're a common name at the College World Series too, aren't they? No? Last couple of years they have been.
That'll get away from the catcher, so Richie's going to move down to second. Count will move to 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah. 2 pitchers will take you a long ways.
In the College World Series?
Any level.
Oh, absolutely.
If you can win 67% of your games and get to a tournament structure with 2 awesome pitchers, Rock's going to get a hold of that one.
That'll be skied over to second base, and the catch will be made by Lamley over there. That'll retire Ritchie, and that's going to end the inning. Winter Colome does score 1, though, so they take an early 1-0 lead as we head into the second. Burke Gregory will be sending up Blake Hoffman, Hans Walliser, and Christian Schweigert when we return.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever, so help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Farmers Union Insurance, they do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, to remodel, or new addition, to major construction. We provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, and electrical work in winter. We can handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer of Crane heaters, too. Good luck in tonight's contest. H&O Electric is a proud sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior coverage on Winter Warriors Live.
Welcome back, everybody. We're about ready to start the top half of the second inning. Blake Hoffman, Hans Walliser, and Christian Schweigert will be the first 3 batters coming up for Burke Gregory. On the mound for Winter Colome is still Jonathan Hansen. Good to see that he's back out there. Looks like he's walking pretty good, so I think we can move past that first inning scare. Everything looks good, and we're about ready to start the second. Hoffman, of course, is the Burke Gregory catcher tonight. First pitch will be outside for ball one. Terrell Bald makes a nice catch over there, and he'll fire over to Rock Ritchie at first base, and that retire Hoffman for out number one.
Terrell's got to realize when you get those hot smashes, you've got all day to throw. He's throwing it over there quicker than the ball's getting to him. Just boom, boom, boom. Which is okay because it's on a line.
You know, he's had 2 balls hit his way tonight and did a nice job fielding both of them. Breaking balls in there for a called strike. Our batter is left fielder Hans Walliser.
Hans?
Hans.
Lee.
That'll be fouled off for strike 2. So the count and Walliser go to no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that'll retire Walliser for out number 2 of the inning. So 2 quick outs here to start the second. And the batter will now be the pitcher for Burke Gregory, number 32, Christian Schweigert.
Yeah, Troy brings up a good point. I mean, he's changing his speeds up. Even when he's throwing it looks like there's a fastball, but then there's a changeup where it's coming in. He's taking something off it, and now he's got the breaking ball.
I wish we had a radar gun up here, Jody, where it'd be easier to pick that up.
I'll talk to the Baseball Association and see if we can get one.
Would it be accurate enough, though?
From up here, would it be?
One thing about it, you know, the most effective pitchers in the world are generally the ones that can play around with the speed.
Yep.
You know, it's all about deception. Looks like you're throwing the same pitch, but you're throwing it 3 to 5 miles an hour difference, and it throws that batter's timing off. Count in Schweigert's 2 balls, 1 strike now. Breaking ball will miss outside for ball 3.
He's kicking that knee every once in a while. That is his plant foot, so I'm sure I hope they're icing it between innings.
That'll miss outside, and Schweigert will draw the 2-out walk. So now coming to the plate will be right fielder Jordan Bakke. Bakke, the number 9 hitter for Burke Gregory, so top of the order coming up after this. That'll miss outside for ball 1. Schweigert had a pretty conservative lead over there, so.
Hansen's got a pretty decent pickoff move, if I remember correctly.
Well, it's tough to steal off a left-hander. Left-handed pitchers do have a pretty good advantage there at holding that runner at first base.
I've never heard the official difference in time from a throw from the mound to first base between a righty and a lefty with the same exact velocity, but it'd be interesting to know what the difference is. Even at a split second, that cuts that lead down.
Well, and so many left-handers learn to perfect that throw over where, you know, the lead foot does not cross over the other foot until right at the last second, and they're able to throw over there and avoid the block pretty easily, making it very hard to steal. Schweigert does steal the base while I was talking there, though. Count on Bakke is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Surprisingly, Schweigert did get a pretty good jump there. There was no throw down. Pitch was outside. Let's see if they check him here. Going to be no appeal, so the count will move to 3 balls and 2 strikes. I thought maybe they would check him there. Looked like he may have offered it that. Allen's in there for called strike 3, though, so it doesn't matter. That'll retire Bakke, and that will end the inning. We're heading to the bottom of the second, and Winter Colome will be bringing to the plate Terrell Bald, John Hansen, and Eric Pollard when we return.
Winter Regional Healthcare is proud to sponsor coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletics and activities on Winter Warriors Live. Best of luck in tonight's event. Here at Winter Regional Healthcare, we are committed to professional care with a personal touch at our local hospital and long-term care facility. For more information on the services we provide, check out our website at winterregional.org. Winter Regional, proud to support the student athletes and activities. Honored to serve the families of South Central South Dakota. Remember, professional care with a personal touch at Winter Regional Healthcare.
The Winter Bowling Center is a proud sponsor of all the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior action on Winter Warriors Live. For great family action, check out the Winter Bowling Center. We've got a great game room with pool, darts, foosball, pinball, and more. And we've got the best snack bar featuring delicious Mexican dishes, burgers, and of course, Stone Willie pizzas. Call in your order to 842-2287 for free delivery. We've also got an expanded casino room and can host all types of parties and events. The Winter Bowling Center, East Highway 44 in Winter.
The Pix Theater in downtown Winter is proud to be a sponsor of today's coverage on winterwarriorslive.com. We encourage all to attend today's game and cheer on the boys and girls of Tripp County in their pursuit of victory. And remember, if you have a break in your sports calendar, stop down for a movie and some great family fun and entertainment. Showtimes are Sunday through Thursday at 7:30 with double features on Friday and Saturday at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. And remember, good luck in today's game.
Welcome back. We're about to start the bottom of the second here at Leahy Bowl tonight in Winter, South Dakota. Winter Colome leads the ballgame by a score of 1-0 over Burke Gregory. Our first batter of the second will be Terrell Bald, Winter Colome's third baseman. Terrell already making 2 nice plays over at third base tonight.
Yes. With a full roster, you see Terrell mostly at second base in the lineup.
Yeah, predominantly last year, I think he played second base most every game. Terrell will be retired, swinging at the first pitch on the 5-3 putout for out number 1. So that'll bring up Jonathan Hansen to the plate. Jonathan, of course, doing the pitching for Winter Colome tonight.
You know what's really fun about, even as you progress to the American Legion ranks and then to the amateur, most batters are going to get, you don't see a lot of strikeouts. You're going to have to get them out in the field. Unless you got a dominating pitcher on the mound, and even then, you're going to see most of them.
Yeah, unless you see someone like a Jared Donahue throwing that type of caliber pitcher, or even, you know, our own team here, a Derek Gracer.
Right.
You'll see the strikeouts come quite often there, but yeah, for the most part, amateurs are going to make that defense play. Generally, you have some very high-quality hitters out there, and they're going to make the defense and the pitchers work for it. Be cut on and missed, and that evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, we have 1 out here in the second inning. Batter is John Hansen. That'll miss down low. Looks like that might have caught umpire Brad Schramm in the foot there, Jody.
Foot or knee. And what's interesting, I noticed the umpires are now wearing shoes with plates on top of them or padding. I saw them last night when they come up off the field.
I think that's a wise move. I couldn't imagine taking a
fastball
off my toes or something. Hansen will draw the 1-out walk, so he'll move down to first, and that'll bring to the plate the second baseman, Eric Pollard.
This is Eric's first extensive playing time that we've seen him in the lineup. Seen him get a few innings late in the game and some reliefs or courtesy running situations, so it'll be nice to get to see him swing a bat here.
Yeah, Eric's a player that I'm not real familiar with, Jody. Last several years following amateur baseball, he's new to the squad this year. So
Eric went to high school in Yankton, ended up marrying Darcy Dietz.
Okay.
And I know one thing about Eric. He was an all-state football player, played a lot of college football, very all-around athletic talent. Yankton, I think, has put together some pretty decent baseball teams over the course of the years.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Very strong baseball town.
I'm sure he'll fit in nicely here. Has already.
Ball attempt to go foul. So that'll move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
A swing and a miss. Pollard.
Catcher Hoffman couldn't handle it, though, so. Excuse me, the first was occupied with less than 2 outs, so Pollard will be retired with the strikeout. Runner Hansen was able to move down to second because of the pass ball, though. So we'll now have a runner on at second with 2 outs, and the batter will be right fielder and coach, Kevin Gracer.
This is going to determine if I ever try to make a comeback. No, wait, I've already got the answer.
I know what my answer to that would be, Jody, but it'd be not only no, but absolutely no.
As I was entering the amateur ranks as a teenager, I was playing against Kevin Gracer. He'd come out of retirement and was playing for Gregory and was a monster shortstop, and that bat was just incredible.
Kevin Gracer, not sure if many people realize this, Jody, but in high school, in a high school basketball game once, I know this because my brother was the coach at the time, Kevin scored 64 points in a basketball game once.
Yeah.
And that was before the three-point line was in effect.
Wow. What year did the three-point line come into high school athletics?
I believe it was mid-'80s somewhere in there, wasn't it?
I don't think we had the three-point line in high school when we graduated in '87. Oh, geez,
I spent my high school career usually sitting on the wood for some reason, so I don't remember, Jody. Well, Gracer draws the 2-out walk. He'll move down to first, and top of the order, J.J. Farner now batting. It seems like my junior year, which would have been 1982, I swear we had a three-point line that year, Jody.
Might have. 87 was the first year Troy just said.
Okay. Okay.
I know
somewhere in the 80s.
Hey, I always knew East River did things a little differently than us. I'm kidding.
All the stories I could tell. That'll miss outside for ball 3. Schweigert's starting to have some control issues all of a sudden. It's 2 straight batters that we've gone to 3-0 counts on. Farner was taking all the way there. That pitch is in there for a strike, so the count will move to 3 balls, 1 strike. Jody got some good news to report on the night. The Yankees beat the Red Sox 6-0 tonight.
Did you actually walk away from a televised game?
I was DVRing it, trust me. Well, Farner will draw the walk, and that will load the bases and bring to the plate AC Austin Calhoun playing center field for Winter Colome tonight. Looks like Burke Gregory's going to take a timeout here and think about this one for a bit.
We'll jump away for 30 seconds and be back after a word from our one of our sponsors, in this case, Grossenberg Implement of Winter.
Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership, headquartered in Winter. They now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest addition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live.
Welcome back. We're back live and on the air here at Leahy Bowl. Winter Colome has the bases loaded with 2 outs. Batter is Austin Calhoun. That'll be skied into right field. Going to be trouble.
Nice
right fielder
he dropped
not
it.
able to make the catch. And 2 runs will come in to score. Jody, he had to go a long ways to get to that ball. You think that's an error or a hit there?
They scored it an error.
Official scorer Troy Lance called it an error, so we'll go along with that. So that'll be an E9. Winter Colome now with a 3-0 lead. And the batter is now Derek Gracer.
That ball was hit 100 feet into the air.
Calhoun will move down to second as Winter executes the pickle play, the double steal. Farner comes in to score, making our score now 4-0. So all of a sudden here, Jody, with 2 outs, Winter Colome erupts for 3 runs and now gets a little bit more of a comfortable 4-0 lead in the ball game. Calhoun will be down at second, and Derek Gracer's batting. That'll miss outside for ball 1. Royals are leading the Angels 8-6 in the bottom of the 5th, Troy. Yep.
Little do these teams know that, like Boston and Minnesota and even like the Royals, if they just take and scout this area, there's some players out here that can help them get over the top.
Well, certainly there are, yeah. You know, one that always amazed me is the batter himself right now, Derek Gracer. Last year in the amateur tourney, there were multiple times where we've seen on the radar gun at the birdcage there where he'd hit 90 to 91 mile per hour, but never played college baseball. I don't know that he really got looked at, which, you know, puzzles me because that was a state tournament Legion team at that point in time too. But sometimes our West River baseball is overlooked, no doubt about it.
Well, they are going to make it. Burke Gregory is going to make a pitching change, and with that, we're going to step away for 90 seconds to 2 minutes as the third baseman steps in. That is
Brian Duran.
Brian Duran will be doing the relief pitching. We'll be back in just a moment.
Suffering from neck pain, chronic or acute back pain, or headaches? Tired of temporary relief from your current regimen of treatment? Here at Atlas Chiropractic, it's a different approach. Dr. Willowade of Atlas Chiropractic in Winter uses a unique technique that is gentle, precise, and effective. Are you ready for change? Call Atlas Chiropractic today at 842-1588 to set up your initial examination, or stop into 210 South Main Street, Suite number 4, and begin your path to permanent correction. Atlas Chiropractic is a proud fan of the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletic teams and the coverage of their successes on Winter Warriors Live.
There's a lot of uncertainties in farming and ranching today, but one thing is certain. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain and Winter are your crop and livestock insurance specialists. Statewide's agents have a background in agriculture and work hard to provide growers and ranchers with risk management plans and insurance coverage that fits their business needs. From hail insurance, livestock revenue protection, to multi-peril crop and revenue insurance, Statewide will help you with the right decisions. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain and Winter, locally owned, your dependable partner in crop and livestock protection, and an equal opportunity provider.
Store in Winter welcomes all fans and travelers to Winter. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Little Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winter. Little Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Little Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. We're about ready to resume action. Again, Winter Colome has runners on the corners now, first and third. We have 2 outs. Austin Ritchie, the batter. That'll be hit to the shortstop. He'll field it. Throw's going to be high at first. Everybody's going to be safe. 1 run will come in to score. Gracer's thinking about it, but he's going to hold at second. And Ritchie will move down to second base on the errant throw. So that will be an E6 in the scorebook, and we'll now have runners on at second and third, again with 2 outs, and Rock Ritchie, our first baseman, coming to the plate.
He hit a towering shot. That had to be 80 to 100 feet in the air to the second baseman, his first at-bat. It was above the lights.
That's going to bounce away from home, but won't quite get far enough for the runners to advance, so everybody's going to hold up, and the count will be 1 ball, no strikes. Winter Colome now with a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Cut on and missed, and that will even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Right on the edge of the
for
plate.
A called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Had a miss outside, and the count evens up at 2-2 now. Had a miss outside and bring the count full. Ritchie is our 9th batter of the inning, so Winter Colome batting around here in the bottom of the second inning. That'll miss down low. Ritchie's going to move down to first, and that will load the bases and bring to the plate our third baseman, Terrell Bald. Bald hit a hard smash to third in his only other plate appearance. Was caught and fielded and thrown out. So 0 for 1 on the evening. That one's in there for a called strike. Cut on and miss for strike 2. So Terrell's down in an 0-2 hole here. Going to have to become kind of a hacker here and see if he can put the ball in play. That'll miss outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Terrell's kind of always been a first pitch hitter. We're 4 pitches into this at-bat. Unusual for him.
Yeah, very aggressive hitter. That'll be popped into center field, and it's going to be caught out there by Jason Frosch. That'll retire Bald, and that will end the inning. But Winter Colome does pick up 4 big runs. So they now have a 5-0 lead as we're going to head into the third inning. Gregory will be sending up to the plate Jason Frosch, Chisholm Lamley, and Ty Klein when we return.
Frontier Motors is a committed sponsor of the student-athlete activities in our area and are proud to bring you coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Frontier Motors in Winter is a full-service dealer for Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. They also maintain one of the area's largest inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles. With over 300 in stock, the best selection at the best price is at Frontier Motors in Winter. Frontier Motors on West Highway 18 or shop online at frontiermotors.com.
Mel's Auto is a dedicated sponsor of all the action of Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. If you want your automotive in-road ready condition, bring it to Mel's Auto on 210 Polk Street in Winter. They have 3 full-time experienced mechanics on hand who get your vehicle back on the road fast. All types of repairs from oil changes to major overhauls and everything in between at the most competitive prices. They even pick up and deliver too. So when you need quality repairs of any type, be confident in Mel's Automotive in Winter. Call 842-2643 for an appointment.
People say the good old days are gone, but Harry K keeps proving them all wrong. The K stands for quality, like the way things used to be. With best sales and service in Central South Dakota. Harry K, the people difference. Harry K, the people difference.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. We're about to start the top half of the third inning in this amateur ball game featuring Winter Colome versus Burke Gregory. Winter Colome leads by a score of 5-0. Burke Gregory will lead things off here with Jason Frosch, their center fielder. Got a miss down low for ball one.
Oh, the wind got a hold of that one a little bit.
Yeah, that one carried quite well there, Jody, and Frosch is going to pick up a base hit just over the head of Eric Pollard at second base. So with nobody out, there will be a runner on at first now, and the batter is going to be Chisholm Lamley.
God, I missed Chisholm his first at bat.
He had a strikeout in his first appearance tonight, first and only appearance.
Oh, that's when we were talking about Hansen.
Solid base hit into left field. So Burke Gregory quickly threatening here in the top half of the third inning with 2 base hits, putting runners now at first and second and nobody out. And bringing to the plate the heart of their order with Ty Klein, Brian Duran, and Willie Beckers, all 3 coming up.
We talked about it in between innings. It was an interesting point brought up when our leads on the scoreboard 5-0 without an official hit in this game.
Yeah, that's something you don't see every night or very often, is it, Jody?
No.
One attempt by Klein is going to be missed, and that'll be strike one. Kind of surprised there, Jody. I know your opinion with first and second and nobody out. We've had that talk many times, but I am somewhat surprised with the number 3 hitter coming up that they would try to bunt there.
That's exactly why they are.
That'll mess up high, and even the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
In my opinion, you want to take away that force and move those 2 runners up. Your next 2 batters, 3 or 4, are going to put the bat on the ball in most cases. You're going to get 1 run across the plate, possibly 2. You're just trying to tighten this up and give yourself a chance later in the game.
And of course, you know, my theory on it is the 3, 4, 5 hitters are they're the power of your lineup, and I'd hate to take the bat out of someone right in the heart of my order. Differing theories, and you know what? They're both right.
Right.
And you can make arguments for both, and you'll see them, just different managers handle things different ways.
It really depends on how your lineup is built offensively, but that 3rd hitter doesn't necessarily have to be your power hitter. Hansen's going to miss that one. Ball's going to come up with it, flip it, not in time.
Not in time, so Klein will pick up an infield base hit, and that is going to load the bases. Now with nobody out, 3 straight hits for Burke Gregory. And their cleanup hitter, Brian Duran, now coming to the plate.
See, in your scenario, it worked out beautifully. You get your runners advanced. You do get first base, and now you're into 4 or 5. But back to that 3 hitter, it can be a power hitter or a speed kind of combo guy. And in Chisholm's case, well, that wasn't Chisholm, that was Klein.
That was Klein, yes. And you're right, it's all about the way you set your lineup up. You know, if you're playing for speed, you probably have the hitter there that you would bunt with. If you're playing, 3, 4, 5 being the heart of your order with power, you probably don't. Well, the count on Duran is 1 ball, 1 strike, and Burke Gregory's definitely got a real threat here.
And you look at Duran, he looks like a power hitter. He looks to be 6'2" to 6'4", 200, 205 pounds, 10 pounds, right in that range.
He did have a single in the first inning, and got to figure a base hit here would score maybe 2 runs, possibly even 3 if he hits it in one of the alleys.
Good wheels out there on second in Chisholm. What a shot.
That is ripped down the line. Fortunately for Winter Colome, it went foul. Count remained 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's exactly why you want your base runner in foul territory. There was no time to react out there for Frosch. If you're hit, you want to be in foul territory where it's just going to be a strike. Fair territory, bring him up.
It's a good point in case there's any kids out there watching. You watch that runner on third, he is staying in foul territory in case that ball were to be ripped down there and hit him. That's going to be driven out in the center field, and it's hit deep. That's over our center fielder's head, and multiple runs are going to score. 1 run comes in, 2 runs come in. 2 runs come in to score on the stand-up double by Brian Duran.
That was a monster shot. It's one of the best hits I've seen here at Lehigh Bowl in a long time.
Yeah, driven over the head of Austin Calhoun. He hammered that ball, Jody.
Yeah. Austin had given him the appropriate respect for a 4-hitter and center fielder, and he still drove it deep. That one probably, did it hit warning track in the air? Yeah, that was a good solid 355, 360 shot there.
Our score is now 5-2 in favor of Winter Colome, and the batter is now Willie Beckers. Beckers struck out looking in the first inning. Burke Gregory still with nobody out here in the top of the third, excuse me. Runner on third left a little early. He's going to be caught in a rundown and tagged out. That's a cardinal sin there, Jody. You can't do that if you're that runner on third.
Nope. You're trailing 5-2. You are a very important run for later in the game. You don't want to be caught off third base, especially on just a little dribbler back to the mound.
So Klein will be retired for the first out there, and that'll erase that runner at third. Becker's reached safely on the fielder's choice, so it's not a base hit. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 out and bring to the plate Blake Hoffman. Yeah, you can't have base running mistakes like that in these kind of situations. You'd expect at the amateur level they've just got to know that, you cannot be leaving early there.
That was Chisholm, right? No, Chisholm scored. That was Klein.
That was Ty Klein. Pitch is cut on and missed for strike 2. So Blake Hoffman now down into an 0-2 hole with 1 out. Strikeout here would be huge, Jody.
Yeah. To go from bases loaded, no outs.
And nobody out to runners on first and second and 2 outs. Nice play by Bald. He'll fire to second, and they will
record now.
They will record an out there. I thought at first umpire showed the safe sign. That's why I hesitated there. But he was a good 5-4 put out to record out number 2 of the inning. And the batter now will be Hans Walliser with runners on the corners now, first and third.
That's 3 incredible plays by third baseman Terrell Bald.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a diving catch. Got up and played it as if he's played that position his entire life. Just got up, fired it right over to second. Nice play to record the force out. So 2 outs now, and Hans Walliser, the batter. Winter Colome looking to get out of this bases-loaded jam with only 2 runs scored. And that's a diving catch there, Jody, that for sure saved at least probably 1 run, maybe even 2 runs. Runner is picked off. We'll see if they can get the tag made before they got him. Home plate, and they did.
The run does not score, he says.
Umpire Brad Schramm is right on top of that. He's saying that the putout was made before the out crossed the plate. So 2 base running mistakes by Burke Gregory will end the threat in the third. And that will end our inning. Winter Colome still leads by a score of 5-2 as we head into the bottom of the third. Jonathan Hansen, Eric Poller, and Kevin Gracer will lead things off when we return.
DB's Bait and Tackle has expanded to be the largest dealer in South Central South Dakota. DB's is stocked with tons of tackler for your angler adventures and live bait. So whether it's bass, walleye, northern catfish, or whatever you want to catch, stop in and you'll agree DB's Bait and Tackle at 142 West 4th Street in Winter is your store with more. DB's Bait and Tackle, proud to sponsor all the Winter Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Good luck in tonight's contest.
The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior teams as a proud sponsor of all the action on Winter Warriors Live. We invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs, fresh produce, top grade meat department, incredible dairy section, and much, much more. Or for your special event orders, you'll always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. And they always deliver speedy, friendly service at the Winter Food Center, the store doing the most for you.
The American dream is of a better future, a confident retirement. Those dreams have taken a beating lately. As a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, Layden and Associates is dedicated to helping you keep your dreams alive by listening, planning, working with you one-on-one, so you can retire your way with confidence. Call today at 842-3832. Office is located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter. Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. Ameriprise Financial cannot guarantee future financial results.
Welcome back, everybody. We're about to start the bottom of the third. Winter Colome leads by a score of 5-2 over Burke Gregory. Jonathan Hansen will lead things off in the third here. Winter Colome very lucky, got out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam last inning with some pretty minimal damage control with only 2 runs scoring. Some base running issues there with the Burke Gregory squad helped Winter Colome's cause, as Winter Colome was able to execute defensively and record the putouts, the last of which was to make a crucial tag before the run crossed the plate there on the pickle play.
That's Coach Hansen. That knee ain't bothering him.
Jonathan Hansen, motor is down. He'll be safe. We'll see what the official score is. I believe that's going to be an error at second base.
They're not going to get the hit, so Winter still looking for that
still
elusive
hitless on the
hit.
night. Well, our batter is now our second baseman, Eric Pollard.
But great wheels for a man that was hitting the knee in that first inning. On the
Yeah,
pitcher's mound.
he clearly had no issues running down the first there, so very, very good to see no effects from being hit by that ball. That one's fouled into the screen for strike one. Cut on and miss for strike two. Pollard down in a quick 0-2 hole now.
Wonder if that's ever happened.
Had a miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count.
Maybe in a 1-0 game, but
Had a miss inside, and the count evens up at 2-2.
in the amateur ranks, I would like to know who scored the most runs without getting a hit in a victory.
I don't know that that record is one that has been kept or measured. That'll fall in there for a base hit, so the goose egg is gone. Eric Pollard picks up the first base hit of the evening for Winter Colome. So that'll put runners on first and second and bring to the plate our number 9 hitter, Kevin Gracer.
Here's going to be an extra base hit.
We'll see if the coach calls the bunt on himself here in this situation.
Oh, it's his
runners
son.
on first and second, nobody out.
Look who his third base coach is. His son.
We'll see if Derek has the bunt sign on here. It is. Nice
Beautiful.
little bunt. Perfect bunt down to first. Executed beautifully. Both runners will advance to second and third. So Gracer with the sacrifice bunt makes one out now, and runners on second and third. And the top of the order now coming up, J.J. Farner and Austin Calhoun, next two hitters.
There was a textbook bunt.
And, you know, he very nearly beat that out, Jody.
Here's the replay.
That'll miss inside for ball one.
Look at that bunt. Just beautiful.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better bunt there. That'll catch the corner and even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That misses down low for ball 2. Well, Winter Colome sits here with 5 runs on the board on 1 hit this evening. That'll miss outside for ball 3. So the count on Farner is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, we have runners in second and third here with 1 out. That's going to go into right field, and it's falling quickly. That'll be in there for a base hit. 1 run will come in to score. Farner will pick up an RBI with the base hit to right field. And the batter will now be our center fielder, AC, Austin Calhoun. Again, Jody, same shift in the outfield again. Really playing Austin to pull the ball to right field, right center field. Runner's going, not going to be a throw down, so Farner will move down to second on the pitch.
Yeah, Frosch is even taking a few more steps over towards right field.
Leaving a tremendous hole in left center field.
Yeah, shift on and pitching away.
Well, that's a good point there. You know, if Austin can get one of those a little more down in the zone and drive that into left center field, he could probably pick up about a triple the way that shift is setting right now. Well, the count will go to 3 balls and no strikes. Adam miss outside. AC will draw the walk and move down to first. That will load the bases and bring to the plate our shortstop, Derek Gracer.
I'll guarantee his father doesn't give him the bunt sign here.
No, I'm reasonably sure Derek will be swinging away here. Derek has a sacrifice fly, RBI, earlier in the game, and he walked in his second at bat. Missed outside for ball 1. Nice play by Hoffman there to catch that ball and not allow Winter Colome to get a cheap run. Had a miss outside for ball 2.
Time was called from center field and an appeal was asked for. Yeah, the manager's out in center field.
Okay.
Oh, great attempt there by Swigert.
Base hit will drive in 2 more runs to score. As both Pollard and Farner come in to score. So Gracer will pick up 2 RBIs. And the batter will now be Austin Ritchie. Our score now is 8-2 in favor of Winter Colome. You know, on that one, Jody, I was surprised they didn't ask for the appeal. I was waiting for the catcher to do it with Brad Schramm. I wasn't expecting it to come from the center fielder, so I kind of missed that. That's in there for a called strike.
No, I heard time called and I had to look to see where it was coming from. Same thought process. I thought the catcher would have asked right away.
I mean, there was some clear bat movement enough where you got to at least check the swing. They did the right thing.
He pulled back, though. I didn't think he had went.
I've always operated under the opinion there where if there's any movement at all, I'd ask for the check.
That's what the Yankees do.
Why not? You got about a 50-50 chance you might get the call. That'll miss outside. Count a move to 3 balls and 1 strike on Richie. Still only 1 out in the inning. Runners now in first and second. That one's in there for a strike. So with a 3-2 count here and 1 out, Jody, runners in first and second, a little speed. Do you start the runners if you're coaching this team? They're not going. Swung on and missed. That'll be strike 3, so Richie is retired. For out number.
Oh, he fouled it off right into his throat. It
Excuse
looks
me,
like.
that is a foul ball. Richie is not retired. Count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's been one of those nights. We've seen a line drive hit off Jonathan Hansen's leg. We've seen a foul ball go off Brad Schramm's toe. And now a foul ball off the catcher, Blake Hoffman's neck, it appears.
Yeah.
Going to be some people with some sore body parts and bruises tomorrow.
Maybe some laces tattooed in there. Oh, that one's off the head.
Austin Ritchie looks to be okay, but that's always scary when you take one off the head, and that was clearly off the batting helmet.
Yeah.
So Ritchie will move down to first, and that will load the bases and bring to the plate Ryan Ritchie.
Cousin beaning cousin, I've been informed. Third cousins are around there, possibly. Shirt tail relatives, one on the mound, one at Okay. Brian Duran's mother is Jim Ritchie's sister, which would make the pitcher in the aforementioned Melon Bell, because he got rung up there. Cousins.
If nothing else, it gave him some table talk at the next family reunion there. Well, our batter now is Ryan Ritchie. Breaking ball will miss outside for ball 1. Winter Colome sitting here with the bases loaded and only 1 out, looking to open this ball game up big here in the 3rd inning if they can. Already leading by a score of 8-2. Little grounder that's going to stay fair. Going to be a tough play, and they will retire Ritchie for out number 2 of the inning. 1 run does come in to score. Austin Calhoun will come in to score from third. So that'll put runners at second and third now with 2 outs and bring to the plate Terrell Bald.
So this is your first amateur game since last year's run.
The last amateur game I saw before tonight, Jody, was the championship game at the Birdcage where we lost to Mount Vernon Blankington.
This is a watered-down lineup, but what do you think of it so far compared to last year?
We've got an extremely talented squad out here. Alexandria.
Did we ever determine their official record on the season? Yeah, 6-4 or 7-4, but all 4 of the losses are to teams ranked in the top 5. So that's not a bad schedule, and none of those games were, oh, there's a rocket.
Catch will be made out there. That'll retire Bald for out number 3. So that will end the inning. Winter Colome does score 1, 2, 3, 4 more runs, so they now have a 9-2 lead as we head into the 4th. Due up in the 4th for Burke Gregory will be Hans Walliser, Christian Schweiger, and Jordan Bakke when we return.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever. So help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Farmers Union Insurance, they do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house to remodel or new addition to major construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, and electrical work in winter. We can handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer of Crane heaters, too. Good luck in tonight's contest. H&O Electric is a proud sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior coverage on Winter Warriors Live.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. We're about to start the top of the fourth. Winter Colome leads by a score 9-2. Burke Gregory will lead things off here with Hans Walliser, Christian Schweigert, and Jordan Backey coming up to play. You know, to continue on in our conversation, Jody, the thing I see here with this amateur team versus last year is I think we've gained a lot of pitching. You know, last year we didn't have Jonathan Hansen, we didn't have Drew Weber. Picking up, you know, more pitching, that's always going to make a ball team better. First pitch is driven out in the center field. That'll be caught by AC out there, and Wallace will be retired for out number one. And it's that age-old adage that you can never have enough quality pitching.
That is true.
You look at this, I mean, we were just counting them off in between innings. We probably have 7 or 8 pretty high-quality pitchers on this team, and, you know, that's what can help you make a long run in the state tournament. That'll miss outside for ball one. So very excited to see, you know, what this team will do this year,
you know,
as the season progresses.
One of the things that I find interesting is looking at the shift in power from that Corn Belt Conference all the way over to the Central Corn, or from the Corn Belt Conference back into the Sunshine League. You've got Parkston ranked number 1. You've got Alexandria, the defending state champion, ranked in the top 3. Dimmick back up there. So it's moved back from the Corn Belt back to the Sunshine League.
And I know earlier this year, Alexandria beat us in an early season game. Parkston also beat us.
2 games.
The Parkston game, that doubleheaders were both very hard-fought battles. You know, in Parkston, that's a very tough place to play. That's about like playing in a Yankee Stadium type venue if you're the visiting squad. It's not an easy team for a visiting team to come in and pick up a win.
Right.
Schweigert's retired with the strikeout, so that'll bring to the plate Jordan Backey. We saw that with the team last year too. I mean, early in the season, you know, you'd have you'd take your little your knocks to the chin or whatever you want to call it. But eventually, as the year went on, that team really gelled and was able to make that deep run in the state tourney. And I'd look for the same thing to happen again here. You know, count will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike.
And no disrespect to any of the teams in the region, it's going to be Burke Gregory, and we're going to get to see Martin. We'll have that webcast this Sunday evening. But Winter, the clear favorite to win this district or region, however they classify it.
Yeah, you got to figure Winter Colome's the team to beat in this region, primarily because ever since Clearfield went out of existence, I mean, Winter's pretty much dominated every year ever since then. Backey's retired with the strikeout, So we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth, and winner will be sending up John Hansen, Eric Pollard, and Kevin Gracer when we return.
Regional Healthcare is proud to sponsor coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletics and activities on Winter Warriors Live. Best of luck in tonight's event. Here at Winter Regional Healthcare, we are committed to professional care with a personal touch at our local hospital and long-term care facility. For more information on the services we provide, check out our website at winterregional.org. Winter Regional, proud to support the student athletes and activities. Honored to serve the families of South Central South Dakota. Remember, professional care with a personal touch at Winter Regional Healthcare.
Winter Bowling Center is a proud sponsor of all the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior action on Winter Warriors Live. For great family action, check out the Winter Bowling Center. We've got a great game room with pool, darts, foosball, pinball, and more. And we've got the best snack bar featuring delicious Mexican dishes, burgers, and of course, Stone Willie pizzas. Call in your order to 842-2287 for free delivery. We've also got an expanded casino room that can host all types of parties and events. The Winter Bowling Center, East Highway 44 in Winter.
The Pix Theater in downtown Winter is proud to be a sponsor of today's coverage on winterwarriorslive.com. We encourage all to attend today's game and cheer on the boys and girls of Tripp County in their pursuit of victory. And remember, if you have a break in your sports calendar, stop down for a movie and some great family fun and entertainment. Showtimes are Sunday through Thursday at 7:30 with double features on Friday and Saturday at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. And remember, good luck in today's game.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. We're about to start the bottom of the fourth. Winter Colome with a 9-2 lead here in the ball game. First batter will be Jonathan Hansen. Jonathan has gone the distance so far for Winter Colome tonight on the mound.
Is he any relation to Dancer or Prancer?
I'm having a rough evening.
No, it's fun, man. This is what this is. It's baseball in South Dakota in the middle of the summer. Well, actually, we're not even officially to summer yet, are we? Are we?
We were. A week ago today, I believe, was the first day of summer. First pitch will miss outside for ball one.
And unlike spring, summer came in on cue. We started hitting those high temperatures, the thunderstorms.
Well, Jody, I would argue we never even had a spring.
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
Frosch will make the catch out there in center field, and that'll retire Hansen for out number one. That'll bring to the plate Eric Pollard. Pollard with a RBI single in his last at-bat and a strikeout in his first at-bat.
First hit of the game for this Winter Colome squad.
Yes, very good point. Broke up the no-hitter, the 5-0 lead and no-hitter.
In the third.
Had a miss down low for ball one.
Oh, 1-0 is the count.
Up high for ball two. Miss outside, and Pollard will draw the 3-0 count. Adam missed up high. Pollard will draw the walk, so he'll move down. So with one out, we'll now have a runner on at first, and the batter will be Kevin Gracer.
It's rumored Eric's got great wheels over on first. No, I know in high school he did. He had some knee problems later on, but.
And you said he was from Yankton High School?
Yep, he was a Buck. A lot of tradition down there in football, too.
Yes, there is indeed. That'll miss low for ball one. Pollard had a pretty conservative lead on that pitch. We'll see if he tries to extend that lead by another step or so here. Now he's in there for a strike, and the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he looks real comfortable over on first, not like he's going anywhere.
Not going again. That'll be outside for ball two. Swing and a miss, and that'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes on Coach Gracer. Definitely some storm clouds brewing out west of us, Jody.
Our meteorologist, Troy Lance, had indicated that, and you can see it in the southwest.
We got a 3-2 count here. We have 1 out, so we'll see if they'll opt to send the runner on that. They do not. Gracer will be retired on the fielder's choice put out for out number 2.
But for all essential purposes, he did his job. He moved that runner up into scoring position.
If nothing else, it's a productive out. Get the runner in scoring position, pick up a base hit here, and we can gain that 2-out run. J.J. Farner will now be our batter.
1 for 1 on the night with 2 walks.
That'll miss inside for ball 1. That's going to get away from the catcher Hoffman. That'll allow Pollard to move down to third. Jody, you could see it there when he moved down. He does have some speed.
He scoots. I mean, there's a lot of power in that stride.
Counting Farner, now 2 balls and no strikes. That one's in there for a called strike. That'll move the count to 2-1 now on Farner. Well, Winter Colome sitting here with a 9-2 lead in the 4th. Looking to extend that lead. We have a runner on at third and 2 outs. Leadoff batter, J.J. Farner up to the plate.
This is scheduled for 9?
Yeah, all amateur games are scheduled for 9. The only time I've ever seen them not do that is if they're playing a doubleheader, and it'll be kind of a gentleman's agreement with the 2 coaches ahead of time. They might go 2 sevens or something. Well, the walk to Farner will put runners on the corners now and bring to the plate Austin Calhoun. Farner's going. Pitch will be fouled out of play, I believe. Nope, stayed in play. Third baseman cannot make the play, so that will fall to the ground and be a strike 1 on Calhoun. Burke Gregory with the golden opportunity to get out of the inning there and couldn't capitalize on it, so we have an error at third.
That had to be right by the dugout because I couldn't see it from either.
It was. In fact, Jody, I thought at first it had a chance of sailing out of play, but it kind of tailed back in.
That flag is blowing straight out to the northwest. Oh, that pitch sailed right into the southeast. Look at Pollard move.
Runner Pollard comes in to score easily on the wild pitch. Farner moved down to second. So our score is now 10-2. And the count on Austin Calhoun moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. That'll miss outside for ball 2.
And again, your shift is on that you'd noticed earlier. Oh, wow.
That goes sailing over Hoffman's head. That'll allow Farner to move easily to third on the wild pitch. Yeah, so far in the night, Jody, with the shift, Austin Calhoun struck out in the first, had a fly out to right field, and a walk. That'll miss outside. Calhoun will draw another walk. So that'll put runners on the corners and bring to the plate very dangerous hitter, Derek Gracer for Winter Colome.
Goose.
The Goose. That'll be driven foul down the third base line for strike one. Got to believe in one of these pitches. Calhoun probably has the green light to take off at will. That one was just ripped by Gracer in the center field, but right at Frosch. He'll make the catch, and that will retire him. That's about as hard a hit ball as you can have. But right at him, it is an out. So Winter Colome only scores one that inning, and the score is now 10-2 as we head into the fifth. Coming up for Burke Gregory will be Jason Frosch, Chisholm Lamley, and Ty Klein when we return.
Rosenberg Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership. Headquartered in Winter, they now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest addition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live.
Suffering from neck pain, chronic or acute back pain, or headaches? Tired of temporary relief from your current regimen of treatment? Here at Atlas Chiropractic, it's a different approach. Dr. Willowade of Atlas Chiropractic in Winter uses a unique technique that is gentle, precise, and effective. Are you ready for change? Call Atlas Chiropractic today at 842-1588 to set up your initial examination, or stop into 210 South Main Street, Suite number 4, and begin your path to permanent correction. Atlas Chiropractic is a proud fan of the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletic teams and the coverage of their successes on Winter Warriors Live.
There's a lot of uncertainties in farming and ranching today, but one thing is certain. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain and Winter are your crop and livestock insurance specialists. Statewide's agents have a background in agriculture and work hard to provide growers and ranchers with risk management plans and insurance coverage that fits their business needs. From hail insurance, livestock revenue protection, to multi-peril crop and revenue insurance, Statewide will help you with the right decisions. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain and Winter, locally owned, your dependable partner in crop and livestock protection, and an equal opportunity provider.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. We're about to start the top half of the fifth inning. Burke Gregory trailing in this ballgame by a score of 10-2 versus Winter Colome. They'll start the fifth with the top of the order, Jason Frosch coming up to bat. Jonathan Hansen still going strong for Winter Colome on the mound. On the evening now he has 6 strikeouts on the evening through 4 innings so far. That's going to drift foul and be strike one.
Yeah, we were just taking a look at the schedule. We have a break here at Leahy Bowl tomorrow, but we're going to be back on Sunday, and we're going to have a triple header starting at 1:30. We're going to have a double header with the junior teeners hosting Pierre White, which is their top junior teener team. And then that evening, after those 2 7-inning games, we're going to be back, and the amateurs will be in action again. District play against Martin. That game's scheduled to start at 7 o'clock that night, and that will be a 9-inning game. Not many breaks in the schedule looking ahead here. We get one Saturday, and it looks like we're going to roll right into mid-July with a full slate of games.
That's what summer's all about, playing baseball, having fun.
What else?
Hot dogs, apple pie.
Apple, there you go. I was looking for apple pie.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. That'll drift foul again. The count will remain the same, 2-2 on Jason Frosch. Now, how's that old commercial go, Jody? Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
We're going to zoom in and get a little focus.
Breaking ball will miss up high for ball 3, and that'll bring the count full.
Check out the focus, the close-up shot we have with nobody on base here.
Frosch will draw a leadoff walk and move down to first. That'll bring to the plate Chisholm Lamley.
we're still with our one camera setup. Hopefully by the time that the Junior Teener State Tournament gets here, we're going to be set up with our 3-camera production. Look at this, Doug, huh? Come on in.
Jody. Oh, yeah, I like that. Telling you what you need, Jody. One of those drones, those unmanned aerial vehicles. We can have that hovering out in center field with the camera pointing at the batter. Could pick up some great shots there.
Until one of these boys knocks it out of the air with a shot.
Well, we might have some explaining to do when the plane and the camera fall on the center fielder's head.
Who could I put in charge of that drone? You've got training, right?
No, not really. I've been trained to know they look really cool when you see them. Lamley will fly over to second base. That'll be caught by Pollard, so he'll be retired for out number 1. Batter's now Ty Klein.
I like the aspect that you said with those drones, you could put a GPS coordinate in there and it'll just hover right there.
It'll hover, and you could leave the camera dialed in where you could click on it and use it at any time you wanted.
Incredible. Oh, nice break.
Oh, I thought that would be in there for a called strike. That looked to be a near perfect pitch at first, but it must have been low. So the count will move to 1 ball, no strikes. That's going to stay fair. That'll stay fair. Klein will pick up an infield base hit. So that'll put runners on first and second with 1 out and bring the cleanup batter up, Brian Duran.
You know, in the last inning, Terrell, that there was a foul ball down the line. He was able to barehand it cleanly. It was almost like a warm-up for this one, and then this one just got off his hand.
Yeah, to retire Klein there, Terrell was going to have to make an amazing play, and, you know, the barehand just kind of deflected off. That was going to be tough. So that's clearly a base hit. Duran will swing and miss at the first pitch, so the count moves to no balls, 1 strike.
There's that breaking ball again. That looks like a true overhand curve. The way it's coming in, the guys are waiting for it to come in from the elevator, and it comes fast when it comes down.
That'll be fouled out of play for strike 2, so Hansen quickly ahead of Duran, a no ball, 2 strike count. Duran the cleanup hitter, so this would be a pretty big out here. Pretty well shut down a rally once again here in the 5th. Cut on and miss. Strike 3. Duran is retired. That's a big out, as we noted. So now we have 2 outs, and the batter will be Willie Beckers. Beckers on the evening has a strikeout and reached on a fielder's choice.
Not bad for an old man. Willie's father, the Buzzard. Do you know the Buzzard?
Yeah, when my early days when I first moved out here, played softball in the Burke League, and I believe played against him. That was when I was playing with the WW Night Owls of Colome.
Lincoln, huh?
Yeah, I had a brother on the team, Tim Lincoln. Austin Calhoun's dad played on that team, Randy Ritchie. Austin Ritchie's dad. Excuse me. My goodness, I'm not having a good night here. Austin Ritchie's father, Randy Ritchie, played on that team. Goose makes the play. He'll throw down the first, and that will retire Beckers and end the inning. And ladies and gentlemen, sooner or later, I promise I will get my stuff together. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. Winner will be sending up Austin Ritchie, Ryan Ritchie, and Terrell Bald when we return.
Winner welcomes all fans and travelers to Winner. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Little Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winner. Little Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Little Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Frontier Motors is a committed sponsor of the student-athlete activities in our area and are proud to bring you coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Frontier Motors in Winter is a full-service dealer for Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. They also maintain one of the area's largest inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles. With over 300 in stock, the best selection at the best price is at Frontier Motors in Winter. Frontier Motors on West Highway 18 or shop online at frontiermotors.com.
Mel's Auto is a dedicated sponsor of all the action of Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. If you want your automotive in-road ready conditions, bring it to Mel's Auto on 210 Polk Street in Winter. They have 3 full-time experienced mechanics on hand who get your vehicle back on the road fast. All types of repairs from oil changes to major overhauls and everything in between at the most competitive prices. They even pick up and deliver too. So when you need quality repairs of any type, be confident in Mel's Automotive in Winter. Call 842-2643 for an appointment.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. Winter Colome leads this game by a score of 10-2 as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Austin Ritchie will lead things off here. That'll miss inside for ball 1.
Four to 6 weeks with a bulging. It's been a fun.
You know, I think that is what's thrown me off, because every time I think of that or whatever, or smirk, and I lose my train of thought.
This one's for Troy.
2 balls and no strike to count on Ritchie. That one's in there for a called strike.
Right at the 2, just under actually, an hour and 15 minutes this game's been rolling.
Count will move to 3-1 now. That'll miss inside. Ritchie will draw the leadoff walk and move down to first. Yeah, not sure how many of our viewers may have been watching last night, but we had a nearly 3-hour-long teener game last night. Well, our batter now is Ryan Ritchie.
That's a fun game because it's Winter and Colome, and we're eventually going to see all those kids together.
Oh, yeah. And like we were talking last night, you know, it's fun to play because just a month ago they were all teammates and friends, and you just knew they'd have a good time playing. Count on Ritchie is 1 ball, no strikes. That'll miss up high for ball 2. Pitcher Duran all of a sudden having some control issues with the first 2 batters here. It's going to be fouled back for strike 1.
It's only like the 3rd foul ball that's got out of the diamond, out of that park area. These guys have kept it on the field.
Miss up high for ball 3. Yeah, the other night when I was doing the public address, I think Frosty Boy was the sponsor, and I bet we had 50 of them that night. There were lots of people getting treats the next day, I know. Ritchie will draw the base on ball, so that'll put runners on first and second now with nobody out, and bring to the plate Troy Bald. Trailed on the evening, has a ground ball to third and 2 flyouts to center field. Trell is a very aggressive hitter, so with the pitcher struggling out there, we'll see if he'll stay aggressive or if he'll make him throw a strike here.
He took a long look down at the third base coaching box, so we'll see. Oh, he's aggressive. It's going to be an infield
skied
fly.
into the air. That'll be an infield fly rule. So Bold is retired for out number 1. That'll bring to the plate the Winter Colome pitcher for the evening, Jonathan Hansen. Hansen with a very strong performance on the mound tonight, recording 7 strikeouts through 5 innings. That's going to miss inside, and that'll even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That's going to sneak through the middle. That'll be a base hit, and a run is going to come in to score on the play. So Hansen will pick up an RBI with the single up the middle.
A seeing-eye single.
Well, Eric Pollard now the batter.
I learned more of this in this summer listening to you two.
Troy is correct. That is a seeing-eye single.
But as far as baseball terminology, I've learned more from you two this summer than I did in how many seasons playing. I didn't play that long. 36 years of base. 35, Troy. Come on.
It's quite simple, Jody. Get Major League Baseball and start watching the Yankees, and
There was one summer that I came home every night and watched every Twins game on, what is it, MSC, Minnesota, whatever their channel was.
Fox Sports North now, I believe, but used to be Midwest Sports Channel.
Yep, and that was, I believe, 91 when they won the title, and I couldn't miss a game. I don't think I missed 5 games.
Well, in 1991, I got to admit, the Twins had a really fun team to watch. Kirby Puckett and Herbeck. Was Gary Gaetti on that team, or had he already left?
Gary Gaetti was on that team. He had Gagne at short.
Dan Gladden.
Gladden was on the team. And who was the...
Bernansky's the one who had left already. That's the one I was thinking of.
Who was the pitcher they picked up from Detroit?
Jack Morris.
Yes, the MVP of the...
And they had that tremendous game.
Game 7.
Game 7, 1-0
with
victory,
Atlanta
wasn't it?
In 11
Went
innings.
like 10 or 11 innings.
That's right. Troy says Ken Herbeck picked the guy up off first and got him out. I know Kirby Puckett made a catch against the fence. That might have been against St. Louis in '87. No, he had one against.
Remember.
He had one against Atlanta in Game 6.
I know the '91 series was certainly one of the more memorable ones. Well, our batter with the bases loaded here is Kevin Gracer. He has a no ball, 1 strike count. That was hit to the shortstop. He'll fire home and retire Ryan Ritchie on the fielder's choice putout.
The one thing I learned from that summer of watching baseball, I don't like the Angels.
J.J. Farner now the batter.
We like to poke and prod up here in the press box. Especially in an 11-2 game.
Well, you got to do what you got to do to keep things interesting.
Amen.
Twins still had Frank Viola then, too, didn't they?
No, Viola was gone.
He was already gone?
Yeah.
Oh, was Bly living on the '91 team?
Yep. That was his last year with them, and then he took the ride, I think, to New York Mets.
Okay.
That upset me, and I quit watching baseball.
Okay. That was in the dark ages there where the Yankees were horrible for many, many years. Couldn't get into playoffs. They were always running into the Torontos of the world in front of them. That'll be dribbled down the line. Third, we'll see if they'll make the play. Runner is going to be safe. He'll pick up a base hit, and a run will come in to score. So Farner will pick up an RBI with the infield base hit.
That's some great wheels. We got to watch that replay. That's bam, bam.
And the batter will now be Austin Calhoun. Again, we're sitting here with 2 outs, and 2 runs have already scored this inning, so the score is now 13-2 in favor of Winter Colome. The batter is Austin Calhoun. Yeah, the Yankees started getting good in '94. That was the strike-shortened season, so they kind of were robbed of an opportunity there. And then '95 is when they became real fun to watch, but lost to Seattle in that very memorable playoff.
Man, back in the 90s, late 90s, teams to watch were New York and Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And in the National League, you had Atlanta and the Giants.
Yeah, Seattle had some really tough teams with Ken Griffey Jr. They had that designated hitter there, the guy that the Yankees could never get out, and for some reason I cannot think of his name right now. Edgar Martinez. Farner will move down to second, no throw over, so that'll put runners on second and third here with 2 outs. Had a miss inside, now leaving up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just got a piece of that. Counter remained 2 balls, 2 strikes. Winter Colome now with a 13-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. In case you're wondering, with amateur action where these are scheduled 9-inning games, a 10-run rule does not come into play until
hit.
inning 7.
That was just inside the bag. That was a shot.
Calhoun will be in standing easily at second base with a stand-up double, picking up 2 RBIs.
That's a shot.
The batter will now be Derek Gracer.
That's a shot with a wooden bat, Doug.
That is.
You just wonder if they were using aluminum like we got to. Yeah, you're right. It would have been foul because of the velocity off the bat, but it would have been a shot foul, a missile off the bat.
It's in there for a called strike. Winter Colome now with 5 runs this inning, taking a 15-2 score. Lead here in the ballgame. That's skied into left center field. Frosch is over there. He'll make the catch. That'll retire Gracer, and that will end the inning. So we're going to head into the 6th, and Winter Colome leads it by a score of 15-2. Due up in the 6th for Burke Gregory will be Blake Hoffman, Hans Walliser, and Christian Schweiger when we return.
DB's Bait and Tackle has expanded to be the largest dealer in South Central South Dakota. DB's is stocked with tons of tackler for your angler adventures and live bait. So whether it's bass, walleye, northern catfish, or whatever you want to catch, stop in and you'll agree DB's Bait and Tackle at 142 West 4th Street in Winter is your store with more. DB's Bait and Tackle, proud to sponsor all the Winter Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Good luck in tonight's contest.
The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior teams as a proud sponsor of all the action on Winter Warriors Live. We invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs, fresh produce, top grade meat department, incredible dairy section, and much, much more. Or for your special event orders, you'll always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. And they always deliver speedy, friendly service at the Winter Food Center, the store doing the most for you.
Welcome back here to Leahy Bowl. We're about to start the top of the sixth. Winter Colome leads this one by a score of 15-2. Blake Hoffman's going to lead things off for Burke Gregory here as we start the sixth. Jonathan Hansen still on the mound for Winter Colome. Very strong performance tonight with 7 strikeouts. First pitch will miss up high for ball 1. Next action for Winter Colome amateurs after tonight will be Sunday night. They're going to play Martin right here at Leahy Bowl. That's going to fall to the ground, be a base hit, going to be extra bases. As that gets past the diving J.J. Farner. J.J. did his best to try and make a diving outstanding play, but ball skipped past him, and Hoffman will be down to second base with a stand-up double. Batter now be Hans Walliser. It's in there for a called strike.
Nice breaking ball.
Yeah, and you know, from what I've seen here, you know, we're going into the 6th inning now. Jonathan Hansen's going strong.
Yeah.
He really hasn't lost any velocity or any movement on his breaking ball or any issues with his fastball. Kind of moved to no balls and 2 strikes now on Walliser. Very much a quality start here for Jonathan Hansen. That'll miss outside for ball 1. And you got to figure with the 10-run rule after 7, he's got a shot at a complete game here as well, unless things go terribly wrong.
Right. But the way his arm looks, more importantly, the way his knee is holding up, it looks like he's going to, I mean, with a 13-run lead, you're going to leave him in pretty much through a tornado.
Well, I mean, you got a big game coming up Sunday. You want, if you can keep the rest of your pitching rested, you know, you bet. Why not?
I've got to believe on Sunday, Derek Gracer, the Goose, is going to be in the rotation.
Yeah, that's a big conference game. You know, you want to be that number 1 seed so you can be hosting those playoff games. Absolutely, that's a big game for Winter Colome. This one is as well, of course, a conference game. They're both big games. Got a miss outside, and that'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You act like you got to be someplace tomorrow morning.
What Jody's alluding to, tomorrow morning, Teeners play in Pier at 9:30 tomorrow morning, I believe.
Yep.
Jody, we look to be out of focus there.
It's just all I got to do is refresh it. If that ever happens to you on your webcast, all you got to do is you just got to refresh and it'll come back into focus. Once in a while, she'll do that to us.
Little dribbler in front of the plate is fielded by Austin Ritchie.
But it doesn't buffer.
That's right. That's a good point, Jody. I don't know if a lot of people have realized that, but You know, where you stream from has changed now.
Yep.
And, you know, the playback I've noticed, I thought has been considerably better now. Well, with one out, the batter is now Christian Schweigert. Not that the playback was bad before, just, you know, sometimes you'd run into issues with it buffering, where very rarely do I see that now. Count on Schweigert's now 2 balls and no strikes. Runner Hoffman's on third, and we have 1 out. Cut on and miss for strike 1.
That was a big cut. Home run cut.
Yeah, he was swinging for the fence, I believe, there. Schweigert on the evening reached safely on a base on balls and had a strikeout in the 4th inning. Count now moved 3 balls and 1 strike. That'll miss inside, so Schweigert's going to move down to first. That'll put runners on the corners now with 1 out and bring the number 9 hitter to the plate, Jordan Bakke.
Looks to be a pinch hitter. Number 3 on your roster for Gregory.
Number 3, Logan Tiemann now coming in the game to bat.
It's got to be the son of Steve Tiemann.
Yes, yes.
Played a lot of amateur ball with his father.
Yeah, Steve played many years for Clearfield, I believe. Correct, Jody?
Yep. Caught, played outfield.
I remember Logan from when he was a very young child. He actually came to my wife's daycare when he was very young.
Val had a daycare.
Long, long ago, yes.
Really?
Pitch was in there for a called strike, so that'll move the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Schweigert moved down to second, so that'll put runners now in second and third with 1 out, and again Tiemann has a 1-1 count.
Hoffman was fooled. Had ball been closer to the bag, you would have seen a throwdown.
That'll miss inside for ball 2.
Tiemann doesn't like that breaking ball coming at him.
No, you know, in fact, most hitters probably wouldn't, I would say at this point. That one's in there for a called strike. You know, some of the best breaking balls are the ones that look like you're about to get beamed and then
that's right.
Tail away from you at the end, crossing the plate.
With a lefty versus righty, it's a little different.
That'll be fielded over at first by Ritchie. He'll make the play unassisted. Hoffman will come in to score on it, so Logan Tiemann will pick up an RBI. So now with 2 outs and a runner on third and 1 run already in, Jason Frost should be the batter. Our score is now 15-3 in favor of Winter Colome.
Updates in 30 seconds right here.
Breaking ball missed outside for ball 1. Well, the way my announcing's going tonight, you may need a delay, Jody. No telling what'll pop out.
You're doing great. 2 straight nights is what's got you kind of.
And 2 very long ball games.
Yeah, I'm trying to develop your endurance.
Oh, that one's drilled in the left center field. That's going to fall in there. Going to be extra bases for Frosch. Frosch will stop at second base, standing with a double. He'll have an RBI as Schweigert came in to score. So our score is now 15-4 in favor of Winter Colome. That'll bring to the plate Chisholm Lamley.
Chisholm on the night is, 1 for 3.
Yep, strikeout in the first, base hit in the third, and a ground ball to second in the fifth. First pitch is inside for ball one.
Yeah, we got a state tournament to do. We're going to contact South Dakota Amateur Baseball Association, and we're going to cover the state tournament every game, you and I. And Troy.
I'll have to see what my wife has to say about that one, Jody. Lamley's retired on 4-3 put out, and that will end our inning. So 2 runs do come in the score. So our score is now 15-4 as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Due up are Austin Ritchie, Ryan Ritchie, and Terrell Bald.
The American dream is of a better future, a confident retirement. Those dreams have taken a beating lately. As a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, Layden and Associates is dedicated to helping you keep your dreams alive by listening, planning, working with you one-on-one, so you can retire your way with confidence. Call today at 842-3832. Office is located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter. Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. Ameriprise Financial cannot guarantee future financial results.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house. Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever, so help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Farmers Union Insurance, they do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. We're about to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. Winner leads the ball game by a score of 15-4. Austin Ritchie's going to start things off here in the 6th for Winner. And do want to remind everyone, there is a 10-run rule effect in amateur baseball after 7 innings. So Winter Colome looking to add a few extra insurance runs here and then go get 3 quick outs to end the ball game.
That's best case scenario. There is a pitching change. Willie Beckers has come on to do the pitching. Jorn will go over to first.
Is that Beckers or Lamley?
Well, that's Becker.
Okay. Well, the batter will be Austin Ritchie to lead things off here in the 6th. That one's in there for a called strike. What is number 18?
William Beckers.
I kept seeing the 1. Yeah. Yep, Willie Beckers now in pitching for Burke Gregory. That'll miss outside, and that'll even account at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Say hey, Willie on the mound.
Yeah.
No, that's Willie Schroeder. We've given that to him.
Breaking. I didn't see the umpire's hand go up. Did he?
No, he called it a ball.
Okay.
2-1 the count.
2 balls, 1 strike to count. I thought I heard strike, but didn't see the hand go up. That'll be fouled out of play for strike 2, and that'll even account at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Umpires for tonight's game are Brad Schramm and Rusty Heenan, doing their usual outstanding job. Will be bobbled by the shortstop, so Ritchie's going to be safe on the air. That'll bring to the plate Ryan Ritchie, playing first base for Winter Colome tonight.
Little close-up of the shot.
I like having that instant replay, Jody.
It is nice. We use it all the time in like basketball. Oh, still going to get it at second. Nice defensive
Second
play there.
baseman with a mishandle on it, but able to recover. He will get the force out recorded at second base to retire Austin Ritchie for out number 1. So Ryan Ritchie is safe on the fielder's choice, and Terrell Bald is now the batter. That's driven out in the right center field, and that'll be in there for a base hit. Ryan Ritchie's going to stop at second. Ball will be on first now. And the batter will be Jonathan Hansen.
Well, there's some fun games coming up. Looking at the schedule, you got Parkston coming to town July 12th.
Is that amateur action there?
That is. Oh, no, that would be, yeah, that's amateur action.
That could be a very fun game there.
That's number
Is that
one.
a double hitter or one game?
It's a one game, 9-inning game starting at 4 o'clock. Later that evening, Pier Post 8 Legion is coming to town. That same night, you get Parkston early, Pier Post 8 against our Legion team that night, same night. July 12th, a huge night.
I would certainly circle July 12th on your calendar if you're out there listening tonight. Because that's a big day for baseball here at Leahy Bowl. Well, Jonathan Hansen ripped one in the left field for a base hit, so that's going to load the bases now and bring to the plate Eric Pollard. Winter Colome now with only 1 out, bases loaded. So, just as we said, Jody, they want to pick up some insurance runs. They have a golden opportunity now to do just that.
Ooh.
That'll miss inside for ball 1. Pollard nearly hit by the pitch.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, circle July 12th on your calendar. That is a monster day for baseball. Parkston, the number 1 ranked team in amateurs right now in Class B, coming to town, and Pier Post 8.
Great. And earlier this year when Winter Colome played Parkston in amateur ball, I believe both games, we said, were 1-run ball games. So
the one was 4-0.
Okay.
Game 1 went 4-0, but it was a close game that they felt that they didn't play their best game. And then in the nightcap, that game went extra innings, and Parkston scored in the 12th, I believe, to win that one 4-3.
Well, anytime you have the number 1 ranked amateur team come into town, and you know yourself pretty good, you know that's one to definitely circle on your calendars. That could be a fun one. Pollard will draw the walk. That's going to advance the runners and bring Ryan Ritchie in the score from third, making our score now 16-4 in favor of Winter Colome. Kevin Gracer now stepping in to bat. That's going to get away from Hoffman, and a run will come in to score. Score is now 17-4.
You got to watch the we're going to get to watch the replay. Willie Pickers his former teammate Terrell Balds. He's gonna he kind of come up the line and faked a shoulder at him.
Obviously, somebody's been watching the YouTube video of what happened earlier this summer and some action between Winter Colome and Pierre. That one's going to go into right field for a base hit, just past the diving outreach of the second baseman. Runner's going to be called out at home. Runner Eric Pollard tagged out at home. Jonathan Hansen did score, though, however. So our score is now 18-4. There will be 2 outs now. Gracer will pick up 1 RBI, but of course Pollard was thrown out. Route number 2, the batter is J.J. Farner.
Not bad for a player coach.
No, that was a good piece of hitting there, taking that into right field, past the diving outreach of the second baseman. Very good hit. That'll miss outside. Count moves to scoreboard showing 0-1. That was outside.
1-1.
Doesn't matter now. Farner's hit by the pitch, so he's going to move down to first. That'll advance Kevin Gracer down to second, so we have runners in first and second now, with 2 outs and Austin Calhoun coming to bat. Score of the ball game is now 18-4. A miss outside for ball 1.
Willie with that sidearm delivery.
Yeah, that's going to be very distracting to hitters, especially a left-handed hitter such as Austin Calhoun. Well, the wild pitch is going to allow both runners to move up. So we'll have runners now at second and third with 2 outs, and the count on Calhoun is 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, it's already tough enough when you have lefty going against lefty, and then coming with that sidearm windup. That's very difficult to pick up if you're a batter.
It is. Remember the name Kent Tekulve?
That I do. Played with the Pittsburgh Pirates back in the late 70s.
Yeah. Don't remember that name. The Royals had a sidearmer, Dan Quisenberry.
Quisenberry. Yep, Quiz.
Oh, rocket
that one's
shot.
Ripped into right field for a base hit.
And over his head.
Gracer will come in to score, and that will take. There's a 15-run rule
after 6.
After 5, I believe, and that will end the ball game. So Winter Colome wins it by a final score of 19-4. That's your final here.
That's a pickup, Troy. Well
so,
done.
bats were rolling, defense was rolling, good pitching tonight. Everything seemed to be working good for Winter Colome tonight, Jody.
And we get to see them Sunday again.
Yep, just what they wanted to do with a big game coming up against Martin Sunday night. You want everything working good for those conference games. So
first game against. Go ahead.
You can be that number 1 seed, and you can host those playoff games.
First game against Martin was a fairly tight game, wasn't it? It was like a 9-5 game. Right. So.
And just watching through the years, whenever Martin comes to Winter, they always play us tough. You got all the Rissies that play out there. You got James O'Neill. I mean, they don't come here taking us lightly. They come here to play.
No, they don't. And they'll catch you if you don't show up to play your best game. They're going to take it to you.
Yeah, they're going to make us work for the victory, no doubt about it. But looks to be a good game. Winter Colome playing very good ball right now. So, Jody, you know what? I'm looking very forward to Sunday's ball game, and I'm really looking forward to July 12th date. And yeah, I'm looking forward to some teener baseball tomorrow. We won't be on the air there, but I'm looking forward to just being a spectator, sitting back, being a dad, watching my son play ball.
Sounds like a deal. I'll be there with you to join you, and tomorrow night we'll sit there and recap it and enjoy the night.
All right. Well, I have nothing more, Jody.
For Doug Sherman, this is Jody Brozick saying thank you for watching Winter Warriors Live coverage of amateur baseball. The Winter Colome Royals come up with a 19-4 victory over Burke Gregory. With that, I bid you a good night.